Okay, morning year five, another week. Hope you all had a good weekend and got up to something exciting in and about the house or when you went outside. In this video then, what we're going to be looking at is MyMaths for Monday and Tuesday's work, which will be set and is now live. And then remembering please that the MyMaths is in groups, so although I'm going through quite a range of stuff on this MyMaths, you will only have parts of it to do. You don't need to worry which parts you have to do because it will be automatically on there. Okay. So just a quick reminder, please check eSchools. So log into eSchools every morning to check that we haven't sent you a message. Okay, so please remember to do that. Check that we've not sent you a message on eSchools and that you can respond to, because we will be doing that for you. What you also need to remember is that this is now week 2 of learning. This is week 2 of getting used to working at home, week 2 of submitting work to us. So we are going to start chasing you for work that you haven't submitted to us because deadlines are approaching. Okay, so the first week we understand it's a bit tricky and things, but now you do need to get used to submitting your work to us through eSchools, sending us a picture, getting your parents to send us a picture, whatever it is, because obviously we need to make sure that we're all doing the learning, and we will phone home if we feel like you are going to fall behind. Okay, so what do you need to submit this week? Well, and what do you need to do at home? So obviously start every day with PE, okay, with PE with Joe. It's a good way to start the day, gets your mind active. You need to do 15 minutes of doodle, 15 minutes of reading to yourself, or Lexia, if you have it, you'll know about it. You need to do times table rock stars for 15 minutes. We are against year 4 this week, and it's a semi-final, so if we win that, we go through to the final. Please help us. An amazing push on Friday, by the way. Well done, 5CP. And then MyMaths, you will get on a Monday and Wednesday 4 pieces to complete, and all of those are due by Friday. I would do one a day and then perhaps not do them on a Friday, for example. Okay. You've got a reading comprehension this week, which is on eSchools. So please go to the My Homework page of eSchools. You'll see there's a PowerPoint and it's about fail. And I will be doing a YouTube video at some point today as well, teaching you about that. Spag, you've got Able Nibble, that's in your packs. That needs to be done by the end of the week, please. Mythological Creature, English. Vocab generation, planning, and then writing a creative piece of writing. Some of you have already submitted it, some of you we sent it back to you to Purple Pen. However, every single child this week by Friday needs to submit their English work to us. By Friday, people need to submit their SPAG work to us. By Friday, people need to submit their reading work to us. By Friday, MyMaths needs completing. By Friday, we need your week 24 math sheet, which is what we usually send home in your red books, and we also need your Jubilee project by Friday. So there's a lot of dates where you are submitting work to us, mainly Friday. You need to be on top of it and you need to send it to us. You can send it to us through eSchools, you can send it to us through Twitter, whatever, but as long as you get it to us so we can give you feedback. Okay, so you need to be on top of those deadlines. Don't leave it all till Friday. Now, negative numbers recap for MyMaths then. So some vocab. We did a whole vocab lesson where we looked at what they mean, proving what they meant. So just as a quick reminder then, down here is colder, down here is less. If we're decreasing, well, that's also, these are all synonyms, that's going that way. Oh, increasing is going up the scale. Well, if increasing is going up, then that must mean that decreasing is going down. Greater than is going up. More is going up. All less than is over here. All ascending, that's when you're on the runway of a plane and you are going to take off, so you're going up. And remember that descending is when you're in the air of a plane and you're coming down to land. So you go from largest to smallest. Ascending is smallest to largest. Okay, so quick vocab there, because MyMaths will be testing you on some of that. Now, what is 1 less than -8? 1 less than -8. After the than is where I'm starting. So I'm starting at -8. I'm going less than. Well, remembering on my number line here, less is this way. So I'm going back 1. 1 less than -1. 1 colder than -1 is -9. I start at 1. Okay, so I'm starting there, count backwards 3. Backwards, we'll be going this way down my line. So 1, 2, 3. So I end up at -2. Okay, true or false then? Crocodile signs. Well, according to this, the crocodile is eating the -2, and this is 7. So that would suggest to me that the -2 is bigger than the 7. Well, if I do myself a quick number line and have a look here, here's 0, -2 is there, 7 would be up there. These numbers are bigger, these numbers are smaller. So no, it's not. -2 is actually colder than 7. So -2 is not bigger than 7. It is colder, so it is smaller. So that is false. Looking at this one then, we've got 2. The crocodile's eating 2, so according to this, the 2 is bigger than -9. Well, -9 would be there, 2 would be there. These numbers are bigger, so yes, 2 is hotter, 2 is bigger than -9, so that's true. Now I'm going to stick another one on here, for example, -5, and I'm going to put another box in. Now, if I'm putting these from largest to smallest, I need to think, well, which is the biggest number? Don't look at the negatives. The negatives are not going to be big. Oh, that's my 10. So 10 is going to go there. Got to imagine it on a number line. If I'm now putting the next biggest in, well, I've got 5, -5 and -9. 5's the only non-negative number there, so that's the next biggest. I've then got -9 and -5. Well, which one's warmer? -5 or -9? -5 is warmer, and then -9. Okay, so that would be ordering those. Now, the difference between -1 and 4, difference between -1 and 4, we were really good at doing this in 5CP. We drew a number line, we put a loop on, put another loop on. How do I get from -1 to 0? I add 1. How do I get from 0 to 4? I add 4. What have I added in total? I've added 5, so my difference is 5. 10 less than 5. Well, here we go then. 10 less than 5. My than is there. Where am I starting then? After the than is 5, so I'm starting at 5. I'm not putting 10 there. I'm not doing the difference between 10 and 5. I'm going 10 less than 5. So I actually need to work out this part. So I'm going to put a question mark there. Okay, here's my 0. 10 less than 5. Well, I minus 5 to get to 0. I need to do 10 in total, so I'm going to minus another 5 because my 5 and 5 makes 10. So that is going to get me to -5, isn't it? 0 take away 5 is -5. 13 more than -5, more than -5. So I'm starting at -5 and I'm adding 13. Here's my -5. There's 0. I don't know this part, I'm working that out, but I do know I'm doing a big jump of 13. So I'm going to jump 5 to get to 0, and then I'm going to jump 5 up to 13, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need to jump 8 more. So I end up here at 8 because 0 add 8 is 8. Going up again, I know I'm whizzing through it, but I'm under a set time on this video, so I can't spend too long doing it. What do you need to add to get to -6 to get to 3? -6 to get to 3. -6 is here, 3 is there. What do I need to add? Well, that's what I'm working out. Well, what do I add to get from -6 to 0? I add 6. What do I add to get from 0 to 3? I add 3. So 6 and 3, that makes 9. So I am adding 9 to -6, okay? And then what do you need to take from 11 to get to -2? What do you need to take from 11 to get to -2? What if I jump down here? 11 -2, there's 0. I take away 11 there, take away 2 there, take away 13 then. Okay, so I just take away 13. Right, jumping down then. So coordinates. Some of you had the coordinates work last week, some of you have got it this week. Just a quick recap. Remember, you go horizontal, horizon at the beach, along the corridor, then up and down the stairs. You always do X first and then Y. This is X, this is Y. So if I need to find out the points of the mine, how many along have I gone? I've gone 1, 2 along, and I've gone 1 up. So it's 2 along, 1 up. The hill, I've gone 3, 4, 5, 6 along, 1 up. So that's 6, 1. Dragging these points into the correct place at 3, 3. Well, I go 3 along then, 1, 2, 3. I go 3 up, so 3, 3. Okay, along the corridor, then up or down the stairs. Whizzing through it. Right, some of you then asked you about quadrants. Well, the quadrants are basically the sections it's been split into. So here we've got 1 quadrant there, another 2, 3, 4. So we've got 4 quadrants, okay? Basically, how many sections do we have? Yeah, well, it's nice and straightforward. They work around in an anti-clockwise circle. So this is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, this is quadrant 3, this is quadrant 4. Why do you need to know that? MyMaths asks you about naming the quadrants, okay? So what are the coordinates of these places? Wood, right, well, we've got our 4 quadrants. Remember, you go along the corridor, then up or down the stairs, okay? So how many along do I go? I go -1, -2 along. How many up or down the stairs do I go? I go 1, 2. So -2, 2. Remember, it's X and then Y. The lake, I go 3 along, 1 up. So 3, 1, and then dragging these into the correct places then. -3 along, and then -2. So start here, always start in the middle. 1, 2, -3, and I need to go -2 down, -1, -2. So that's there. This point 2 along, -2 down. 1, 2, -2 down. So that's that point there. Okay. Remember, you've got quadrant 1, 2, 3, and quadrant 4. Right, now, in which quadrant -1, 1 -4 are these points? 1 to 4, sorry, are these points. So, quadrant A, well, looking over here, remember it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So quadrant A is in 3, quadrant B is in 1, and obviously C is in 2. Nice and easy. Write the coordinates of 4 points that can be joined to make a square in the third quadrant. So in quadrant 3, you need to make a square. Well, as long as your square has equal distance apart, so you could do the quadrants I've done there. So this point here would be -2, -3. This point here would be -2. Remember, you go along first, then down, -4. This point here is -3, and then it's -3 down, and then this point here as well you would put on. Okay, it doesn't have to be that close. You could do a square which looks something like this as well. So you could do that one, that one, that one, that one. Okay, that's still a square. As long as it's the same number of distance apart from each point, that's fine. Okay, so other tasks to complete this week. Like I said, you need to do your MyMaths, which you get 4 per week. You need to do your times table rock stars every day, 15 minutes. Remember, against year 4. Okay, so we need to do well with that. It was nice to see lots of children logging on Friday. Please log on throughout the week as well, 15 minutes a day. You need to do your doodle, 15 minutes a day, and you obviously need to read to yourself or Lexia, depending on which one you have, or read to an adult, of course. You need to do your Thale reading comprehension. Remember, that's on eSchools. The PowerPoint is there to teach you. I'll also be doing a video at some point today as well. You need to do SPAG work, which is in your pack, ABLE or IBLE. Okay, that is due in on Friday, as is the reading comprehension. The English Literacy Ed Myths and Legends is on eSchools. You can submit it to us there, or send us a picture as a message to us. And again, remember, that's due in on Friday. And you also need to do your history project, which is due in on Friday. Again, to find out what the history project is, it's on eSchools. Do not leave it all till Friday. You won't have time. Okay, so that's what you need to do. You also need to have, which I haven't put on here, is Maths week 24, which was your red book sheet. So that's on there as well, which again needs to be completed by Friday. Quite a bit to do, but you can get it. You've got all week to do it, so make sure you keep on top of it. Okay, like I said, I would do the history today, perhaps this afternoon, get it done, submit it, send it to us. English you should be doing throughout the week. The SPAG, perhaps do that tomorrow afternoon, get it done. Reading comprehension you should do throughout the week, maybe 15 minutes a day. The Maths week 24 will take you more than an afternoon. Maybe do it split over 2 afternoons. It's about you managing your time efficiently to make sure you get it done. Okay, but like I said, we are making a list and we are ticking it off, so it's really important you send it to us. Okay, so have a really good week. Please send us your work. Please remember to tweet it to us so that we can show it off to everybody. And then you can message us, of course, with any questions you have on Twitter, on eSchools, or you can comment to this video. Reading comprehension video coming later. We're not doing a geography project this week. We're going to start that after Easter. Next week is Easter, so real good push this week of learning, and then you've got a couple of weeks to have a break. Please remember also to check eSchools daily to check that we haven't sent you any messages of things we would like you to do. Okay, so have a good day. Enjoy the MyMaths, enjoy the other piece of learning you're doing. We're really enjoying marking them, so please send them through to us, and we will speak soon. Okay, thank you very much then.